No problem. Okay. Not yet. I'm not doing anything. Let's talk to this person. Okay. Mr. Woods is proceeding without counsel, is that correct?
Yeah.
Sorry, was that Ms. Perez?
Yes, Your Honor. This is Alma Perez.
We're on the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Maurice Daniel Woods. File number is 22L2710491. Council appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Alma Perez, appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing. I will be practicing under the Michigan Court Rule of 8.120 and under the supervision of Amanda Boyle.
Permission to practice is granted. Today's the date that's set for a pre-trial on a failure to display license. Mr. Woods, do you have an attorney? Mr. Woods, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Do you have an attorney, sir?
I don't know if he was supposed to be here or not. I was just told to get the license and pay all the fines, and that's all he told me.
Okay, I'm just asking you if you had an attorney. I don't see that you have a court-appointed counsel. Did you request court-appointed counsel?
I don't think so.
Okay. Our records state that you declined court-appointed counsel and you've not hired an attorney, that's correct?
No.
Okay. Was there an offer extended on this?
Yes, Your Honor. Seeing that Mr. Woods has paid his reinstatement fees and obtained his license, the city will move to dismiss, fail to display ops.
Okay, this case will be dismissed. You're all set, sir. Okay, Mr. Woods,
Yeah, you said it's dismissed?
it's dismissed.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Welcome.
I can leave now?
You're free to go, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. I see is Amalia Gomez.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you have an attorney representing you?
Your Honor, represents her, and I'm representing all of his cases for today.
Okay, Ms. Gomez, you need to start your video.
I'm sorry, is there any way you can give me one moment? I'm in the middle of using the bathroom.
Okay, Ms. Holcomb?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't see your name listed on my docket.
My last name is Ertman Holtham. I have a case today against Frenchie Pearson.
Your last name is what again?
It's ERTMAN-HOLTHAM.
What's your case number, ma'am?
22-232.
Two dash, there should be more numbers than that.
Um,
And you have a notice to appear before you, ma'am?
yes, I do. It says notice in front of the court conference. This is the. What about the letters? Yeah, it's just 22-232-DC. That's the only case number that I have.
Who was the other party, ma'am?
Frenchie Pearson.
We'll continue to look up. We don't see that you have a case scheduled for today. And
Okay, thank you.
we'll continue to look. And you said that the letters behind your case number was GC?
DC. I believe somebody's
DC.
calling me right now from front of the court.
Right.
Hello.
Ms. Gomez, do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Your Honor, I do believe that Mr. Keithley represents her.
Okay. I'm going to reset her matter for Mr. Keithley. She needs to come in person.
Oh, Your Honor, I don't know if they've, the city has yet, but they were going to dismiss it.
Oh, is the city dismissing this matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Gomez, you're all set.
So I have a question
Well,
before we end this, because I don't want to be left this courtroom misunderstood or not understanding the full of what's going on.
okay.
I can talk to her in a breakout room, Your Honor.
Attorney can assist you. Ms. Donnelly, are you representing the individual in the courtroom?
Yes, I am.
Okay, well, when she finished handling the matter with the courtroom, I can put you in a private meeting room with her, okay, Ms. Gomez?
Yes, ma'am.
What's her name? Jennifer McKeon. On the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Jennifer G. McKeon. File number is 20-00570. Council appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Almost on behalf of the city of Lansing.
And Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant Jennifer McKeon, who is standing to my right.
Thank you. Today was the date that was set for a pretrial. Is there an offer extended on this? I just set for final pretrial. How are we proceeding on this matter?
Your Honor, I don't believe there was an offer, but I don't know if that meant that there wasn't going to be. The email or the communication I had with the prosecutor was that they were still looking at the video.
Your Honor, an offer was previously extended by Prosecutor Greg Benker, and that offer was declined, and that's why this matter was set for final pretrial. At this time, should the defendant wish to accept the offer, which was plead to the charge with no upfront jail pursuant to Killebrew, the city is willing to extend that offer again. Otherwise, the city is prepared to proceed to a trial.
Ms. McKeon, did you want to plead as charged, or did you want to, because the last time you elected to take your jury trial? So it's the choice today is take it to trial or plead as charged. You want to take a trial? Okay, Your Honor, we are electing to take for our jury trial.
Okay. Are you supposed to be here at 8:15 today, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, I apologize. I don't have my own vehicle, and we stopped at the gas station and my phone got taken out of the car. I had another little bag with me and, I couldn't even call you guys to tell you I was running late. I do apologize.
Okay, because at the time of trial, there's no option for you to appear late. You have to be able to call a jury in by a certain time. And the time you appear today would make it too late for us to do that. You understand that?
Yes, I do. I apologize.
You already have a jury trial date.
Yes, well, yeah,
April 4th.
April 4th. We're gonna get you a new one, April 4th.
Your matter will continue to jury trial next week, April 4th at 8:15 in the morning, okay? We'll get you a copy of your notice. Do you have any questions today?
No, actually, yes, like, like if I was to call through to you guys, like, I couldn't get through, when I did get the dial through to the courts.
Oh,
Nobody, I can't get anybody on the phone live, like, I guess.
I'm not sure which number you're calling. Are you calling the?
It's 485 or 483-4433.
yeah, the number right here. Yeah, she was calling that number.
The clerk's office, you were trying to call the clerk's office?
Yeah, there's just no option to speak to anybody, so I wasn't able to get through, like, I was trying to, call, so,
Yeah, there's usually an option to leave a message.
okay.
You have any other questions, ma'am?
No, ma'am.
Okay, we'll see you next week.
Yes, so that's the jury trial
Once
date.
again, I do apologize for being late, ma'am. I'm sorry about that.
Okay, you're all set. And Amy Adams, are you representing Amy Adams?
Yes, that will be a dismissal. Because it's a drug paraphernalia.
On the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Amy Adams, file number 19-047530M, council appearance.
Morning, Your Honor, Alma Lizal Perez, appear on behalf of the city of Lansing.
The Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant Amy Adams, who is appearing separately from Ingham County Jail.
Thank you. And today was the date that was set for pre-trial. My understanding is that the city's moving to dismiss this. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, the city is dismissing due to the city council has repealed this ordinance.
Okay, this case is dismissed. You're all set, Ms. Adams.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, thank you. Mr. Is it Piotrowski?
Yes, Your Honor, good morning.
Good morning. Which matter are you here for?
Here on People versus Rick Patterson, file ending in 3510.
Okay, is Mr. Patterson here?
Yes, Your Honor.
See the
Rick,
individual
unmute.
on the iPad?
Rick, you have to unmute.
Yes, I am. I'm sorry.
Thank you. You're ready to proceed on this, Your Honor. My client will be pleading guilty to impaired driving.
On the record in the matter, the people of the city of Lansing versus Rick Patterson, file number is 21-03510, council appearances.
Your Honor, good morning once again. Tom Piotrowski, P40021, on behalf of Mr. Patterson, who's joined us here in the Zoom conference. Rick, would you identify yourself, please, by stating your name?
My name is Rick Patterson.
Thank you.
And Alma Lizal Perez, appear on behalf of the city of Lansing.
For pre-trial, my understanding from defense counsel is that there was an offer extended for the defendant to plead guilty to an amended count of impaired driving. Is that accurate, Ms. Perez?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and Mr. Piotrowski, your client wants to accept that offer today, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Patterson, can I have you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Thank you. You can put your hand down. Okay, Mr. Patterson, you have the right to be represented by counsel. You are represented by Mr. Piotrowski. You have the right to proceed to a trial in this matter. You have the right to have a jury trial. At the time of your jury trial, sir, you have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You also have the right to remain silent at trial and not have silence be used against you. You have the right to cross-examine or question any witness the city intends to call at the time of your trial. And then you also have the right to call your witnesses and present any evidence that you believe would further any defense to the charge. If you want to accept the offer and plead guilty to the amended count of impaired driving, you would need to give up all of those rights here today, sir. Is that what you want to do?
Yes,
Okay. So you'd also have to give up the right to make a claim that you pled guilty because someone had promised you something. Is anybody making any promises to you to get you to waive your rights today?
no, Your Honor, they haven't.
Is anybody threatening you at all to get you to waive your rights and plead guilty?
No, Your Honor, they haven't.
Are you pleading guilty, sir, because you believe you were guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you currently on probation or parole?
No, Your Honor.
You understand that a guilty plea to this amended count of impaired driving may be something that you need to report to your current employer?
Yes.
You also understand that you may need to put a criminal conviction of this kind on future job applications?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. As to the the amended count of impaired driving, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Can I have a factual basis, Mr. Piotrowski?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Patterson, I want to direct your attention back to September 25th at approximately 12:56 a.m. Were you driving in the city of Lansing?
Yes, I was.
Had you had something to drink on that day around that time?
Yes, I did.
Did you have contact subsequently with a police officer from the city of Lansing?
Yes, I did.
And do you believe that your alcohol consumption impaired your ability to drive that evening or early morning?
Yes, I do.
I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
Does the city have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
The court is satisfied with the factual basis. I'll accept your plea. Find your plea to be made freely, voluntarily, and intelligently. This matter will be set for sentencing. I think that's it's gonna be, give me just a moment. Yeah, I took that. It's not live. We can do May 16th at 8:30 in the morning.
That's May 16th at 8:30.
Yes.
It's a good time and date. Thank you.
Okay, and then if there was a substance abuse assessment performed in order to obtain this offer, that needs to be provided to probation if it was consistent with the requirements needed for probation. Otherwise, he would need to undergo a new substance abuse assessment.
There was one conducted, and I will provide it to the probation department, Your Honor.
Thank you. And then, Mr. Patterson, you need to report to probation within 48 hours in person so that they can schedule your pre-sentence report interview, okay?
Rick, do you understand that you need to contact probation?
I did not hear anything. I'm sorry.
Okay, you need to contact probation within 48 hours.
In person.
Where do I do this at?
They're at City Hall in Lansing on the 5th floor.
City Hall on the 5th floor?
Yes, 124 West Michigan Ave, 5th floor.
All right, thank you. And how long do I have to do this?
Within the next 2 business days.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
No
Your Honor,
problem. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, might the
Yes.
court, Your Honor, have probation's direct phone number?
517-483-4424.
Thank you very much. Rick, I'll pass that along to you in a text. Your Honor, thank you again. Mr. Boyle, thank you.
Thank you. You're all set. Ms. Donnelly, I did put Ms. Gomez in the meeting room. Did you get a chance to meet with her?
Not yet, Your Honor. I didn't know that you had done that. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, Mr. Blackman, how are you?
Good, Judge.
Okay, who's on the Galaxy Z Flip 3? You can unmute and tell me your name.
That looks like my client, Judge.
Go ahead. Elizabeth Crampton.
Okay, thank you. Are you ready to proceed, Mr. Blackman, on Ms. Crampton's matter?
Yes, well, yes, Your Honor, if I can, yes. If I might let the court know, I emailed and with Miss O'Boyle over the weekend, actually. We emailed and she had asked if Miss Crampton had gotten her substance abuse assessment report yet. And we had not received it from a man named Cottrell, he works for Sparrow and he's a licensed substance abuse mental health assessor. I happened to go to 55th District Court this morning, came back to my office. They had emailed it to me, so I just got it. I have to get it to Amanda, have her look at that and talk with my client about it. And I'd ask just for a short adjournment to do that, if I could.
No problem. Are you? At 10 a.m. Are you available next week at 10 a.m., Mr. Blackman?
That would be next Monday.
Yes.
If I might look real quick, Judge. Oh, Judge, I've got to be up in Harrison on a bunch of felonies in the morning.
April 11th at 10. April 11th at 10?
Yes.
Okay, we'll reset this for April 11th at 10 o'clock via Zoom.
Thank you, Your Honor.
No problem. You're all set for today.
Thank you, Elizabeth. I'll call you.
All right, thank you.
No problem. Can you join me from the iPhone?
What?
Hi, if you can unmute, ma'am, and tell me your name.
Dejanay Parker.
Ms. Donnelly, I believe this is your client, Dejanay Parker.
Yes, Your Honor. I've spoken to her previously. We were trying to get her to apply for a license and she needed to set up a Secretary of State appointment. Ms. Dejanay, did you do that yet?
Yes,
All right, what was the date for it?
Wednesday at 2 o'clock.
Your Honor, I just was gonna ask for adjournment until after she can apply for her license. Another 30 days, because obviously if she applies, she has to take tests.
At 9 a.m. That's the date I'm gonna reset it for. Ms. Parker, I'm gonna ask Ms. Donnelly and Mr. Keithley to continue to stress this to their clients. That when you proceed in court for either virtually or in person, you need to make sure you're prepared and you're presentable. It appears you're in a bathroom, okay?
Yeah.
So if you need to come in person in order to make sure you're appearing appropriately, we can do that.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll see you on May 16th at 9 a.m.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. You're all set for today, ma'am. Can you just join from the iPhone?
Yes.
Did you hear my question?
Yeah, I just joined from my iPhone.
Okay, I said who just joined from the iPhone?
Jameer.
Jameer, do you have a full name?
Jameer Goins.
Thank you. I can't see your face, Mr. Goins. Thank you. Are you represented by an attorney at all?
No.
Yes, Your Honor, he does. He's represented by Mr. Keith Lee.
Oh, yeah.
Ms. Donnelly, did you need to speak to him or how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, the offer is for this to be dismissed if he can clear some couple of tickets that he has here in this court. So I was just going to ask for an adjournment and then a total amount on those files so that he knows what to pay to clear him the suspensions. I know that I have the file numbers too.
Yes, please.
21L260284, and then it's 2 and 3.
Oh, man.
Shouldn't both of them? I thought there was 3. No? Oh, that's when his name is the one that he has now, and then 842 and 843. We want the one that we're doing now too. She said 842 with 3. This is only 2 tickets in. This one doesn't have a different case. That's why. Maybe that's following or something. Ms. Donnelly, is it the 2 other tickets that he got the same day? Because I only have 2 other tickets here.
Yes.
Okay, it looked like there was a speeding 1 to 5 over and no proof of insurance.
Speeding on the 842.
These are the same tickets. Which is 2 or 3? 2. Okay. Looks like he owes $200 on the speeding. He owes $263 on the no proof of insurance. if he makes payment on both of those before the next court date, I'll waive the Secretary of State compensation fee as well as the reinstatement fees and the penalty. How much time does he need?
Mr. Goins, did you know when you can have those tickets paid off?
In the next couple of days.
Your Honor, I also want to clarify, the offer was to pay the reinstatement fees and make efforts to obtain his license.
Okay, so he's gonna need time to get his license, Ms. Donnelly. I don't know the status of his license. I don't know if he has one or if it's suspended.
No, I never had one.
Okay, so we're gonna set this 30 days out.
Yep.
So you can make efforts to get that taken care of. Mr. Goins, you're gonna make payment in the next couple of days. If you could just, I don't know if you're gonna make it in person or not. If you could let your attorney know or stop by the courtroom when you do make the payment, so I can set aside these other fees on here, the penalties, so that your license will be cleared and then you can proceed to make your appointment with the Secretary of State to make efforts to get your license, okay, sir?
All right.
Gonna set it for May 16th at what time? 9:30. 9:30. You have any questions today?
When I do that, how do I get a hold of my attorney?
Okay, Ms. Donnelly, does he not have contact information for his attorney?
Mr. Keithley has been in touch with him. I can make sure that I'll call you later, Mr. Goins, to make sure that you have his number.
No, Mr. Goins, do you have your attorney's number?
Nah.
Okay, no, he needs to, he should have already had contact information for his attorney. I'll put you in a private meeting room. You can provide that to him now.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
No problem. Hi, what's your name, ma'am?
My name's Nicole Darling.
Okay, Miss Darling, you're a little late today, huh?
Yes, I had to open the salon by myself. And the haircut was waiting at the door, so I had to do his haircut at 9. I'm so sorry. I called right after. But I'm here by myself, see?
No
I had to
worries.
open by myself. And the guy, I wasn't supposed to open today. I had it blocked off for this, but the guy did not show up, so I had to come in.
We don't have a lot of appearances from them. Okay, I'm trying to see, did you request court-appointed counsel?
Yes, and I have one. I called him. I left a message to let him know I was doing a haircut and I was running late, but I got his message.
If it was Mr. Keithley, I think he's on vacation this week, so.
Oh, okay. I don't know his name. I'm sorry.
Okay, let me see if Miss Donnelly is going to speak with you. Hold on.
Okay, thank you so much.
No problem. Miss Donnelly, I have Nicole Darling here. I believe she may be Mr. Keithley's client. Is that correct?
Yes, she is.
Okay, are you going to be able to assist her today, or? Are we
Yes, I will. Yep. I need a breakout room with her.
I'll add her to your room.
Thank you.
Gomez got this one started. Yes. Hi, sir. Can you unmute, please?
Hello,
Hi, what's your name?
Andre Briner.
Right, okay. De Freitas didn't appear. Do you have an attorney, Mr. Briner?
So I was just getting ready to say that actually. So my phone actually last week, I hadn't had my phone for like actually until about Friday last week, and I couldn't call. So I tried to call this morning like 10 times. I called them and nobody picked up. So I have
Tried to
not
call
talked to my
who, your attorney?
the who you
Public
guys,
defender?
yeah.
Okay, which public defender is representing you?
Let me see. Let me go back and look real quick. Um, okay. Sarah Donnelly.
Okay, she's here. She's meeting with someone privately in a private meeting room. When she's available, I'll see if she needs to speak to you, okay?
Okay.
I'll put you on mute in the meantime.
Okay.
Okay, Ms. Donnelly, do we need to go on the record or are we just getting a new date?
Yeah, I think on the record because we have an offer.
Okay, we're on the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Nicole Darling. I have file numbers 22-00538 and 22L270611. Council appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Alma Lizama Perez, appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
An assistant public defender, Sarah Donnelly, on behalf of the defendant, Nicole Darling, who is appearing separately by Zoom.
Thank you. Today's date that's scheduled for pretrial and explanation hearing. Can you please state the offer for the record?
Yes, Your Honor. The offer is to admit responsibility to disobey traffic control device accident and to the amended charge of allowing a suspended person to operate.
Donnelly, that's a complete and accurate understanding of the offer.
Yes, Your Honor.
That offer today?
Not today, Your Honor. I was going to request 2 weeks adjournment to consider it.
April 11th at 10 a.m. Any additional matters for the record?
None for the city, Your Honor.
None for defense. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. We'll see you on April 11th at 10 a.m. Okay, ma'am?
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're all set.
Thank you.
Ms. Donnelly, did you need to speak to Mr. Briner?
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Ms. Darlene, you can hang up now.
Okay, it's April 11th at what time?
10 a.m.
10 a.m. All right. In person?
No, you can call in via Zoom. Like you
Okay,
did today.
perfect. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, who's on the iPhone?
That would be me, Your Honor.
Okay, me.
Haider Al
what's your full
Sultan.
name?
Haider Al
Thank you.
Sultan.
Okay, do you have an attorney?
No.
Your Honor, we're going to be dismissing the closed part.
Close Parker. Okay, this case is dismissed, so you're all set.
Thank you. Am I going to receive a letter or an email saying that it's dismissed?
Not from the court.
Okay, thank you for your time. Have a good day.
Your Honor, I just want to put on the record that it's dismissed as it was improperly written as a misdemeanor.
Okay, it's being dismissed, sir. It's because it's on a ticket. They don't need to complete a nollie, so that you won't get any paperwork from the court, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Ryan Brooks, I don't have the file. Do you have a copy of that? I don't think that one's in there. I don't have Amy Adams. Should I put it in?
You did Amy Adams already.
Oh. Mr. Brian Brooks is that it was a deferred income tax.
Says 10:30.
Okay, are we going on the record on Mr. Briner?
Yes, Your Honor, we do have an offer, although I'm going to be asking for 2 weeks to consider it.
Okay, we're on the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Andre Jabal Briner, file number 22-00396. Council appearance.
Your Honor, Alma Lizan Perez appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
And Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Andre Briner, who is appearing separately by Zoom.
Kyle, did you want to put the offer on the record?
Yes, Your Honor. The offer is to amend to the original charge to allowing suspended person to operate because Mr. Brenner is not eligible for a license until August 2022.
Okay, you want an adjournment for a couple of weeks, Ms. Donnelly?
Yes, Your Honor.
April 11th at 10 a.m.
April 11th at 10 a.m.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Any additional matters for the record?
None for the
Ma'am.
city, Your Honor.
None for defense. Thank you, Your Honor.
We'll see you on April 11th, Mr. Briner.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
All right,
And let's see,
11th at 10
Devon
a.m.
Cager,
10
here,
a.m.
you're free to go.
All right, thank you.
No problem. Devon Cager? Mr. Cager, can you unmute, please? Ms. Connolly, do you need to speak to him?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll add to your breakout room. Can you hear us, Mr. Cager?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna add you to the room with Ms. Donnelly.
Okay.
Hi, I see a Whitney.
Yes, ma'am.
What's your last name, ma'am?
Whitney Graham. Sorry, I'm late.
That's not helping. Whatever. Leaving the door closed is so loud. She's loud. Oh my.
All the way.
Okay, we ready on Mr. Cager?
Yes,
Yeah,
Your Honor.
Your Honor, I would like to say something, please.
Okay.
You need to reserve your right.
Everybody calm down. Everybody
Yeah.
calm down.
Yeah, I don't want her.
I gotta call, everybody calm down. I gotta get the files and call the case, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. We're on the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Devon Cager, file number 21-02934 and 21-02784. Council appearance, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Alma Lozano Perez appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
An assistant public defender, Sarah Donnelly, on behalf of the defendant, Devon Cager, who is appearing separately by Zoom.
Okay, and so it appears that both Ms. Donnelly and Mr. Cager would like to address the court. I'm inclined to believe that there's been a breakdown in the attorney-client relationship because the conversation was so loud, I could hear it from the courtroom.
Apologies, Your Honor. Thank you. Yes, it appears Mr. Cager, if he wants to make a statement, he can. I just advise him that anything he can be said on this record can be used against him later.
I want to make a statement. I don't care about that at this point. I really don't.
Okay. Okay. Well, I don't want you to forgo your
I'm not
right
going
to
to
make a
incriminate
mistake.
myself. It's about our relationship as far as me and my attorney, because honestly, Your Honor, it's a lot of things like that could be done, and it can only happen with her. But for somebody that I don't never see, like this case been going on for a year, to remind you, I never see you, but when I see you, the first time I met you, we bumping heads because I'm trying to explain my side of the story, but you telling me something. And we all know if you talking, like I can't finish a sentence with her.
Are you talking to me or Mrs. Donnelly?
I'm talking to you, to her. I wanted her to hear it, everybody.
Okay, well, I thought you were addressing the court, and you're
Yes,
not
I want
addressing the
to,
court.
I want to,
Because you're saying, okay, I recognize that there's been a breakdown in the attorney-client relationship. I'm gonna grant her request to withdraw, and we'll have to get another attorney from the public defender's office, sir, or you have the right to represent, or to find your own outside counsel to represent you at your expense. But we don't have another public defender here today. Mr. Keithley is away on leave, and so I'm inclined to believe he would probably be the next choice to represent you, sir.
and when would that be?
You said when or who?
I said, when would that be?
He's just on vacation, I think, this week. I can reset it and get you a new court date.
Okay, thank you.
We'll reset it for April 11th at 10:30, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, do you have any other questions or statements for the court?
No, ma'am, I don't.
Okay, we'll see you April 11th, okay, sir?
All right, bye-bye.
Thank you. Okay, Whitney Graham, did you need to speak to Whitney Graham, Ms. Donnelly?
Yes, sure. Oh. Yes, I do.
Okay, I'll add her to your room. Okay, we ready on Ms. Graham's matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
We're on the record in the matter, the people of the city of Lansing versus Whitney Dawn Graham, file numbers 22L26917, 51 and 52. Council appearance, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Alma Lizal Perez, appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of defendant Whitney Graham, who is appearing separately by Zoom.
Thank you. Today was the date that was set for a pre-trial. How are we proceeding on these?
Your Honor, at this time, Ms. Graham is making efforts to apply for her license. She doesn't believe that there's anything suspending her ability. She was just waiting to get some required documents together, like she got her new ID in the mail. So we would be asking, she believes that she'll be able to get it done within 60 days. So if it's possible to have a 60-day adjournment so that she can get her license.
To June 6th at 10 a.m. June 6th at 10 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
All set. We'll see you in June, ma'am.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Okay, Mr. Wilfredo Torres.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. On the record in the matter, the people of the city of Lansing versus Wilfredo Torres Jr., the file number 09-06896OT. Council appearance, please.
Your Honor, Amanda Boyle appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing, although I will note preliminarily that the city has not received any motion regarding this case, and we were not certain as to whether it was in fact a city or a state case.
Your Honor, may I address the court?
Yeah, but can you put your appearance on the record first?
Yes, Lawrence Schneider, on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Torres. In reviewing my materials in the iChat record, it did appear to be a state case, and it was the court that notified me that it was a city attorney case. Ms. Boyle, I don't know if you got the notice of hearing, but the only thing on the agenda today involving the city is a driving without license and possession case. And
Okay, yeah, I do see where there was notice of hearing provided to your office, Ms. O'Boyle.
I did, Your Honor. However, I have not had an opportunity to see or review the motion for set aside, Your Honor.
Okay, well, when you receive the notice, did someone request a copy of it?
We did, Your Honor. We contacted, I saw an email in our office, we contacted Sean Farnham, and we did not receive any responsive records, Your Honor.
Okay, well, I will have Mr. Farnham reset this matter and get you a copy of the notice or the motion. He's the only one that can reset it, so I can't get your date at this time, okay?
I was having a hard time hearing you, Your Honor.
Mr. Farnham is the only one who can reset this matter, so I can't get you a next date at this time, but he'll reset it and you'll receive notice of a new hearing date, okay?
Okay, that sounds fine, and I will send a copy to the city attorney's office immediately.
Okay, sounds good. Did you have information as to how to forward it to her attention,
Yes.
or did you need that?
Ms. Boyle, would you like it faxed or emailed?
Email is fine. Thank you.
Okay, I have your email from the Explain to It seminar. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. You're all set for today.
Okay.
Thank you, Your
Thank you
Honor.
very much, Your Honor.
Good day.
You're welcome.
The tissue paper, babe. Toilet paper.
Hi, who joined from the iPhone 13? Hi, what's your name, sir?
Ramesses Demps.
Ms. Donnelly, did you need to speak to him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll add him to your room.
Mhm.
So I guess it was just a blister. It's fine now. Good.
So cream will work.
I'm not sure what happened, Mr. Demps. Looks like your screen is sideways now.
Oh, sorry, ma'am. My phone is on 2%. I had to take my charger in.
Oh, okay. It probably just didn't rotate. Okay. Record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Ramesses Demps, file number 21-02120. Council appearance.
Morning, Your Honor. Alma Lozano Perez appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant, Ramses Demps, who is appearing separately by video.
Today's the date for a pretrial for a furnished false information charge. How do we want to proceed on this?
Your Honor, at this time, we do have a new offer. The offer today would be for Mr. Demps to admit responsibility to the breach of the peace, and instead of false info. At this time, Your Honor, I'm gonna be requesting body cam and dash cam footage, and I was gonna need 3 weeks to review it.
April 18th at 10 a.m. April 18th at 10 a.m. Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay, Mr. James, we'll see you on April 18th.
April 18th
That's
at what time?
10 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
No problem.
I'm all set to leave out then.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, it looks like Mr. Williams was supposed to be here at 10:30, but it's not here, so I'll issue a bench warrant.
Your Honor, no, I had informed Mr. Williams that the city had dismissed his case. I didn't think he had to be here. Apologies.
Yes, Your Honor. I believe our office signed a nollie. Mr. Williams did obtain his license, so that's why we're moving to dismiss.
I don't have a nollie, but it's on a citation, so a nollie is not necessary. I'll just note it in the file, so that one's all set. Okay, and then that's it until 11.
Well, you only under state law, you only get. Procurement, right? And this one is. Okay, well then. Yeah.
Morning, sir. What's your name? Sir,
Yep,
what's your name?
Bernardo Cervantes.
Thank you, Mr. Cervantes. Looks like we need your fingerprints.
Yep, I did those on Friday.
Okay, excellent. Ms. Donnelly, did you need to speak to him?
Your Honor, yes, I do. Oh, you know what, Your Honor?
Yes.
No, I believe I just looked at the notes. I just had to refresh. I believe Mr. Keithley has already spoken to Mr. Cervantes about getting a substance abuse assessment, so we just need 30 days.
So it'll be May 16th at 9:30. May 16th at 9:30.
Okay.
So you're all set, sir.
Okay, I had one more question, and so did Mr. Keeley did. I don't know if he addressed this. My license was suspended for them sending the wrong stuff to the wrong address, and he was going to see if Ms. Donnelly was able to lift that up so I can pay the reinstatement fee or something like that. Because they suspended for failure to appear, but I never got any information because they were sending it to the wrong address.
You mean on the disobeyed traffic sign?
No, it would have been for this case that we're in. It was
I do see that it was a failure to appear for arraignment on that in January.
Yep, and when we called on that, and I called on that, my wife and I, they said they were sending all the information for all this case to 1335 North Martin Luther King, and I've never lived there. My address has always been 2206 Gun Road. And so that's why they suspended it, because that's when she called. That's where everything was going, was the MLK address, and I have no idea who that address is.
I do see that that's where they sent it, but I also see the ticket says your current address. I'm going to set aside the default judgment on the disobeyed traffic sign.
Yeah, because I paid that ticket.
Oh, you did pay that one?
Yeah, for the light. Yeah, the red light
You had
thing
a
that happened.
balance.
Yeah, it was $150 and I paid that online.
Okay, so then you have a suspension on this one is what you're saying. Can you print the ROA for me?
Yes, I have a suspension on this one because they never sent, it was failure to appear. So the city of Lansing suspended my license, but like I said, they sent all the stuff to 1335. So I never knew about this case until I got all the paperwork and my license suspension.
Okay, I'll set aside the driver's license reinstatement fee as well as the Secretary of State Bureau compensation fee. So that should clear it for you, okay?
Okay, so my license is now valid again.
Well, let's go into the system, but that will take the suspension off.
Okay, all right. So May 16th at 9:30.
Yes.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Hi, is it Chris Taylor? You're muted, sir.
Hello, can you hear me now?
I can, thank you. Are you Mr. Chris Taylor?
Yes, I am.
Okay, Ms. Donnelly, are you representing him?
I am, Your Honor, and I do need to speak with him.
I'll put you in a private meeting room. Oops. Item Jerome 2. Okay, who's on the LG Stylo 6?
Yes,
What's your name?
Miranda De Freitas.
You're supposed to be here at 8:30?
I'm sorry.
You were supposed to be here at 8:30.
My court paper says 11 o'clock.
De Freitas. Ma'am, do you have your notice to appear before you?
Not right in front of me, but I can get it. It said 11 o'clock
Yeah.
today via Zoom.
It does not. It says 8:30 in the morning, March 28th.
I hope I didn't read the wrong one. I just got it in the mail a couple of days ago.
Yeah, March 28th, 8:30 in the morning. He had
Oh
a
my
previous sentencing date for March 21st at 8:30 in the morning. I do, however, see where you had one from February 28th at 11 o'clock in the morning, and maybe you looked at that one.
Oh my gosh. I just received it like 2 or 3 days ago.
Yeah, that one says March 28th, but I'm assuming you're being represented by Ms. Donnelly. She's in the private meeting room, so when she's available, I'll see if she needs to speak with you.
Okay, yes, she hasn't called me or anything, so I guess I've got maybe a heads up. I could have kept it straight. I don't know. I'm working midnights right now, so I would have rather came at 8:30 to be honest. But yeah, I haven't heard from her at all. So if she's, am I just gonna stay right here and she's gonna get back with me?
She's right here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Ms. Donnelly, are we ready on Mr. Taylor?
I am, Your Honor.
On the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Christopher Taylor, file number 22-00318, council appearance.
Thank you, Your Honor. Alma Lagon Perez appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
And Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant Christopher Taylor, who is appearing separately by Zoom.
Thank you. And today was the date that was set for a pre-trial. This matter was previously adjourned so that we could get representation by the public defender's office. And how are we proceeding at this time?
Your Honor, at this time, the word from the city prosecutor is that there is no offer. Mr. Taylor would like to plead guilty as charged at this time.
Mr. Taylor, that's correct. You want to plead guilty to the charge?
You're muted.
Oh, sorry about that. Yes, I would.
Okay, can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. You can put your hand down. Mr. Taylor, you have the right to be represented by counsel, and you are represented by Mrs. Donnelly from the Office of the Public Defender. You have the right to proceed to a trial in this matter. You have the right to have a jury trial. You have the right at the time of jury trial to be presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to remain silent at trial and not have silence be used to prove your guilt. You have the right to cross-examine or question any of the witnesses that the prosecution intends to call. And then you also have the right to call your own witnesses or present evidence that you believe would further any defense you have to the charge. If you want to plead guilty to the charge, you would have to give up all of those rights. Is that what you want to do today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so is anybody making any promises to you to get you to waive all of those rights today?
No, Your Honor.
Is anybody threatening you to get you to waive all of those rights?
No, Your Honor.
You understand that a guilty plea could result in a conviction that you may need to report to your current employer or to future employers?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay. Are you pleading guilty, sir, because you believe you are guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
As to the charge of hinder, obstruct, resist, or oppose an officer, how do you plead?
I plead guilty, Your Honor.
Have a factual basis.
Thank you, Your Honor. All right, Mr. Taylor, on November 27th of 2021, were you at or near Rysdale and Barclay streets in the city of Lansing, Ingham County, state of Michigan?
Yes, I was.
And at that time, did you resist Officer Robert Forbes in the in law enforcement in their law enforcement duties?
Yes, I did.
And did you resist Officer Forbes by fleeing a traffic stop?
Yes, I did.
All right, Your Honor, I have no further questions.
Bonnie, we can't hear you.
I'm sorry.
I can't hear anything from the city.
Oh, no questions for the city, Your Honor.
Thank you. The court is satisfied with the factual basis. I'll accept your plea. Find your plea to be made freely, voluntarily, and intelligently. Would you want to address the court before sentencing?
Thank you, Your Honor. Yes. In regards to sentencing, Mr. Taylor reports that he is not working right now, but he's starting a new job at Peckham next week. He does support 3 children, and he is on food assistance. I believe that Mr. Taylor was arrested before arraignment on this, so he has 1 day credit, Your Honor. Thank you.
Your fine is $200. When can you make payment?
I can make a payment Friday.
Is that payment in full?
No, but it'll be like 100.
Okay, when are you gonna pay the balance?
I'm supposed to be starting the job Wednesday, so soon, very soon.
I need a date because the clerk's office has to track it.
Okay, well, can you give me like the
30
following?
days?
Yeah, something like that. Thank you. Yeah, like 30 days so I can have you guys paid off.
Okay, you can either make a payment online or you can come here and make payment in person, okay, sir?
Okay.
Do you have any other questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you're all set. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Ms. Donnelly, Mr. Brady's had her times. Mr. Taylor, you can hang up.
Okay.
Mr. Brady's had her times confused. And she's here now. Did you need to speak to her?
Yes, Your Honor.
Put her in your meeting room. Who's supposed to be handling the code compliance from the city?
I'm sorry, what was that, Your Honor?
Who's supposed to be handling the code compliance matter for the city?
I am, Your Honor.
Okay, I don't see that anyone has appeared for Arthur McTreese. And I see Mr. Berry's been here for a while, so I don't want him to sit any further. The person should have been here by 11 o'clock. What's this? The issue was for parking on an unapproved surface, excessive storage of vehicles and debris.
Correct, Your Honor.
Has your office been in any had any communication with this person?
I see Tom Berry shaking his head no, and neither has the Office of the City Attorney, Your Honor.
Okay, sounds good. Well, if you want to submit an order, I'll grant the relief that you're requesting for their failure to appear.
Thank you, Your Honor. We'll have a draft submitted under the 7-day rule, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Berry. You're all set.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Okay, we're on the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Miranda De Freitas, file number 20-03016. Can I have your appearance, counsel?
Thank you, Your Honor. Alma Lozano Perez appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
And Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant Miranda De Freitas, who is appearing separately by Zoom.
Hear me?
No, I didn't.
I do have a pre-sentence report and recommendation. Did you get a copy of that?
Yes, I have, and I have had a chance to review it with my defendant or my client, Ms. De Freitas, and we have no need for corrections at this time, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Did you want to address the court?
Thank you, Your Honor. All right. So for Ms. De Freitas, first off, just to put on the record that there is there is a law that does control here, and obviously that's 780.811, section 1A 9, or I believe 14, I believe. Since there was no accident in this case, it's considered a non-serious misdemeanor. So there is a rebuttable presumption that that the defendant would be sentenced to a fine or community service or some other non-jail or non-probation sentence. Obviously, reasonable grounds for departure can be stated on the record. After that, Your Honor, what Ms. De Freitas would like the court to understand is not that she feels like she isn't making any sort of excuse for her behavior, but from what Ms. De Freitas and me discussed is what happened that evening was she doesn't drink much. I think even the substance abuse assessment said that she didn't have an issue with alcohol. But what happened was that she was invited over to spend some time with a female friend where drinking was going to be involved. So she had made plans to stay that evening and hang out with her friend and then drive the next day. Unfortunately, after the drinking and they fell asleep, she was startled awake by her friend's boyfriend. He was fighting with her friend and she unfortunately got in the middle of it. And then they attacked her. So what happened is that Ms. De Freitas, not planning to drive away, got into her car. They came after her at her car, tried to attack her from her car. So she drove away. And then they followed her to a certain point until she lost them. And that's when she pulled over, Your Honor. So she again believes that this is out of character for her. She didn't, like I said, she didn't mean to drive drunk that night. In fact, by the time she was taken to the hospital and her blood drawn was happened, it was at a 0.097. So fortunately, there was no accident. No one was injured. She wasn't injured. And she was, and it wasn't she wasn't intoxicated to an extreme level where it would have even heightened the danger. Again, she's not trying to make excuses. She just wanted the court to understand kind of the situation she was in that night. She apologizes for it. By the time the officers were there, she had been sitting in her car for 45 minutes, texting with her friend, trying to get information because she wanted to, she did want to charge, she did want to proceed against charges against these men, but it's been her choice since then that she's not going to try to make more drama or trouble for herself. So unfortunately, we weren't able to proceed with any sort of necessity defense, but again, she just wanted the court to understand basically where she was that night. I would like to just let the court know before sentencing that she is from Lansing. She works full time. She got her job at Menard. She's being a shift manager at this point, but she has a 22-year-old and 16-year-old son living in the home. She has a 4-month-old granddaughter living in the home. The son is working. He recently signed up for college, but largely she supports those members of her family. She has support. She has her grandmother, her mother, her aunt in the area. She also has her son's family, who she's divorced, but they have a good relationship, very supportive. She went to Eastern. She graduated from West Junior. She graduated from LCC in 2013 for massage therapy. Her dream is to go back to LCC for nursing. She has qualified for an accelerated program. So basically what she's been doing besides being a single mother is she's been a waitress for a number of years, trying to get ahead. So she transitioned to management, which is why she's at Menards now, working 55 to 60 hours a week. Hope is that, one day that she gets that nursing degree, she gets some sort of, can work in that field as either a nurse or a massage therapist. Other than that, Your Honor, her activities include going to Mount Hope Church for service, prayer meetings, and Bible study. And she does qualify for food assistance. But other than that, Your Honor, we would have no objections to the recommendations for Ms. De Freitas, only in the fact that if that at all possible, because of the rebuttable presumption, if there doesn't feel like there's a need to put her on probation, that because this is from going all the way back from August of 2020, if the court doesn't feel like she needs to be put on probation or given any sort of rehabilitative terms, that they just give fine, costs, and restitution. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, look, there's a few concerns that the court does have. This matter has been adjourned multiple times, and one of those times was because the defense thought that they could present a necessity defense. It doesn't sound like they were able to do that. We were here in December. And the issue at that time was that the probation interview had not been completed. And then we came back in February 18th to be exact. The defendant disputed that she had an OWI conviction previously. I don't see where that was ever addressed. Then
Yes,
we were here on the 28th of February, and she then stated to the court that she felt she was forced to plead guilty, that she wanted to have a trial. So if you wanted to address some of those things.
Yes, Your Honor, I can address them. I wanted to give Ms. De Freitas the opportunity to address them. I do, yes, I did consider and I did think about, this case did take a while. Ms. De Freitas, like I said, she is a single mother who supports her kid, or her sole supporter of her family at this point, right? Or this entire time. She struggled to find, employment or gainful employment, and that's why she's transitioning. And I do know that I believe that the reason why this case went on so long is just because it was important to me that Ms. De Freitas felt comfortable. And I know that she, because of what she went through that night, it was hard for her to understand basically, where she went wrong, how she, to be it. And I just wanted to make sure that we took the time with Ms. De Freitas after obviously the biggest break-in was trying to look into see the necessity defense. I believe that was the longest time and break that we had in this. But after that, it was just,
I'm not too concerned about the time frame. I just brought that up because you mentioned that it was from 2020. But my concern is she's disputed that this is not her first OWI.
Yes, Your Honor, we did. Yeah, we had that one adjournment because she doesn't, we had a discussion about it and it seemed like because of how long ago it was. Yes, she doesn't have any memory of that offense, though she does not deny that it exists. So yes, we had that conversation and we came to the understanding that seem like it was a valid conviction, and Ms. De Freitas just didn't have any memory of it anymore, Your Honor.
Okay, and then as to, and I'll allow her to address this, Mr. Freitas. First, you now realize that you do have a valid conviction from OWI from 2003.
Yes.
Well, the conviction date's from 2004. You recall that now?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and then the next time we were here, February 28th, you stated to the court that you was forced by your attorney to plead guilty.
I wrote that in my pre-sentencing report. I was trying to be as honest as I could. And at the time that I was completing report, that is how I felt. However, with further contact with my attorney and her going through and explaining into detail, and also having a co-counsel member call me and explain to me from a different point of view, I now do understand a little bit on better terms what it is that the courts, what the rules are and how it works, and you know what my options are now. At first, I just was feeling like I had asked for a trial and was being told that I couldn't have a trial in some sense. Not that Sarah actually said to me, you cannot have a trial. She had suggested to me why we should go the other way. And I felt like I was being forced at the time. So I apologize for the miscommunication.
Well, there's no reason for you to apologize. I just wanted to clarify, because that's a strong statement to make in a pre-sentence investigation. Additional, and you don't never need to get into conversations that you have with your attorney. However, when I took the plea, I advised you that you had the right to a trial. And I actually, did you want to waive that right? That's your right for you to waive. No one else could waive it for you. And you said you wanted to waive the right. I also asked you on the record if anybody was forcing you to waive that right. And you told the court under oath that no one was forcing you to waive the right.
That's correct.
So I also asked you, were you pleading guilty because you believed that you were guilty under oath? And you told the court you were pleading guilty because you believed you were guilty. And then you proceeded to provide a factual basis that would sustain this type of conviction. So for me to later see in a report that you were forced, it was extremely concerning, because you said under oath other things.
I understand, Your Honor, and I did say what I said under oath was correct. I am aware that I was guilty of the offense. However, I was so concerned about, I guess, explaining why and how, and to let you guys know that I didn't intentionally mean it. That was my main thing. And I guess I lost track of how, or like what I should say or when I should say it. And so after several meetings with my attorney, I do now understand, and I apologize for any of confusion.
Okay, I understand that you wanted to be able to explain how you got to this place. Ms. Dolly, was there a police report filed as it relates to this incident that is alleged?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and when was that? Was it a file back at the time, around the time of the incident?
Yes, Your Honor. It's I did receive the police report back in I believe 2020 when the case was filed.
Okay, well, I've had an opportunity to review the pre-sentence report and the recommendation. The recommendation of probation is that the defendant complete a term of 9 months probation and to complete substance abuse education and follow the recommendation and do the victim impact within 60 days of sentencing. I recognize that this is a rather old case as it stands now, not that it was any particular reason. I think there was various different reasons why this was reset multiple times. So I'm not going to pinpoint that delay to one reason. Nonetheless, the fact that And I recognize it was almost 20 years ago, but she does have a previous OWI conviction. And so because of that, the court does have a concern that I just can't neglect and not be sure that it's properly addressed or be sure that there is no underlying issue. The substance abuse assessment did show that she scored low risk on the employment leisure activities and that she scored low risk on all other domains. So what I would like to see is that she would complete a victim impact panel and provide that to the court, and the court, you know, if we can get that done, then I think that I'd be happy to discharge her from her limited term of probation. So because of that, I am going to sentence her to a short term of probation just to allow her to complete that. So at this time, I'm going to sentence her to 90 days probation. However, if she completes the victim impact plan sooner to that, then she can file a motion with the court for early termination, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
While on probation, there's a $30 per month oversight fee that you would be responsible for. Okay, Mr. Freitas?
Okay, now would that be the duration of the 9 months or after I complete for the victim impact panel?
I only sentenced you to 90 days at this time. I've not sentenced you to 9 months.
Okay, I'm sorry, I
So
misunderstood.
it's just, no problem. It's 3 months. And so it would be $30 per month.
Okay,
Okay, while on probation, you need to submit to PBTs and random urinalysis testing, okay?
okay,
You're not to use, purchase, or possess alcohol, marijuana, or a controlled substance while on probation unless you have a valid prescription, okay?
okay,
And then you need to attend the victim impact panel within those 90 days and provide verification to probation. I will also note again that if you complete that sooner than the 90 days, if there's not been any violations of your probation status, I'll grant your request for early termination, okay, ma'am?
okay. And now would that be termination for everything or would I still continue for the 3 months on the others?
That will be termination for everything.
Okay.
Do you have any other questions about that?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, there is a $75 crime victim rights fee that is assessed by statute and a $50 state minimum cost that is also assessed by statute. You have a large amount of OWI cost recovery here. OWI cost recovery is $1,034.17. That will be assessed. Ms. O'Boyle, your office does not assess a prosecution fee, do they?
Your Honor, one moment, see if police submitted in this particular matter.
Yeah, I have the OWI, but the county prosecutor, they
Oh.
tend to assess a prosecution fee. I'm just making sure your office.
No, the city isn't seeking any sort of prosecutorial cost as it relates to this particular matter.
Okay, sounds good. So, ma'am, I'm gonna waive any discretionary fines and costs because your hands will be full here with the OWI cross recovery. 3, 4, 7. The total fines and costs are 1,100. Actually, I forgot to put the probation. Plus $1,249.17 if you do 3 months of probation. If not, it could be a little less than that. You'll be told that you can make monthly payments on that, but with me only ordering you to complete 3 months of probation, it sounds like that's gonna be referred to collections. You'll be placed on a payment plan on that, okay, ma'am?
Okay.
Do you have any questions for the court at this time?
Do you happen to know if this will affect me being able to get a nursing degree in the future?
Well, that would have been something that I asked you during your sentencing. If you did something, you will have a conviction. I don't know how that impacts your ability to go to school.
Okay, I was just wondering if you knew.
I couldn't speak to that, and I guess it would depend on the school you're going to and what their requirements are, but there's plenty of people who had OWIs who have gone to school, so
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
no problem. Any additional questions?
I do not.
Okay. Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
No, nothing for me, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're all set, Mr. Freitas, and good luck.
Thank you.
Hey, Miranda, when do you work this afternoon?
I'm off. I'm on nights right now.
Oh, okay. Well, when do you, so I guess
I
I'm
go
gonna
back
call you.
tonight at 8 o'clock tonight.
Okay, then I'm gonna call you sometime this afternoon, probably in the next hour or so.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Okay, Dominique Woods.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You can start your video. There you go. Okay. Ms. Donnelly, do you need to speak to Mr. Woods?
I've spoken to Mr. Woods before, so I'm ready to proceed unless he needs to. Dominique, I did get your email. Thank
I
you.
do want to talk to you.
Oh, you do?
Can we-
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Freitas, you can hang out.
Just for a few things.
On the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Dominique Woods, file number 20-02950. Council appearance.
Thank you, Your Honor. Alma Lizon Perez, appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
And Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant Dominique Woods, who's appearing several live video. I believe Mr. Woods had requested to talk to me in a breakout room before going on the record, Your Honor.
Oh, okay, sounds good.
Thank you.
The city attorney's office can ignore this request for the breakout room because I have to reopen the rooms.
It ain't my shit ain't right now.
Your Honor. Mhm.
Okay, are we ready to proceed on Mr.
Excuse me.
Woods?
My phone just cut out. Like my app just like shut off.
Oh, okay, you still need to speak to Miss Donnelly?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. You're already in the room. Are you able to go to breakout room?
Yeah. Okay. I can push it.
Okay, are we ready with Mr. Woods?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. We're on the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Dominique Woods in file number 20-02950. Council appearance.
Thank you, Your Honor. Alma Lozano Perez, appearing on behalf of the city of Lansing.
And Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant, Dominique Woods, who is appearing separately by Zoom.
Today was the date that was set for a hearing on a probation violation. That's which Mr. Wood was arraigned on back on March 14, 2022. Are we having a hearing on that?
Your Honor, is my understanding that from an email from Ms. Kindle, that at least one of the violations is being knocked off. He was able to provide proof of outpatient completion. I also know that Mr. Woods has been able to provide proof of completing the VIP panel. He also provided a medical record for January 5th for his reported missing testing that day. Everything else that we were going to plead it to Ms. Kindle. So if we could, if Ms. Kindle can have her clarify what she wants to proceed at this point. Basically, everything else is going to be a plea.
The only thing that she's provided to me was a letter dated for today. It says it's from Sparrow Health System. Unfortunately, it's not signed and it's not on any letterhead, so I'm not accepting it.
Then, Your Honor, we would be having a hearing on failing to provide proof of outpatient completion, failure to provide the VIP completion, and failing to test on January 5th.
Okay, you said that you provided a doctor's note for what date? I mean, for what incident?
January 5th, that missed test that day.
Okay, we'll see if we can get Ms. Kendall to log on. She's on. Oh my. I'm gonna reset this. I don't know where the probation department is, but it's lunchtime, so I'm inclined to believe that's where they are.
Okay.
Also, I had already asked for probation when I seen this notice from Sparrow. I had already asked for them to get some confirmation from this Stephen Cottrell, because it would be really unfortunate if this is how they're sending letters to the court, unsigned and no letterhead. So that will give them opportunity to do that, I suppose. So we're gonna reset this. Do April 4th. Be April 4th at 1:15.
Okay.
Any additional matters while we're on the record now?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
Nothing for defense. Thank you, Your Honor.
We'll see you on April 4th. Okay, Mr. Woods?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, that's all I have for this morning. Gaines did not appear.
Yes, Your Honor. I noticed that he wasn't in custody anymore. I don't know where he went off to. But it's a traffic matter. Can I be given 48 hours before the bench warrant issues? I'll see if I can get a hold of him.
I don't know if I can give you 48 hours because this person's failed to appear 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the 5th time they failed to appear.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm just hoping that maybe it was just a misunderstanding because he took care of a state case of a similar nature last week.
I got it. I can give you until the end of the day.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay, I'll see you all at 1:15.